welcome to the channel, and today we are getting ready to cook. We haven't done this in a really long time, so I'm basically just going to do a quick keto meal. Now this meal for me is going to be lunch, however you could do it for breakfast or dinner. It's not, you know, just for lunch, it's for whatever you feel like you need to make something. And I didn't really plan this out, so again, this isn't going to be anything fancy. It's going to be quick and easy. It's looking in your fridge, what do you have, what can you make, even when you haven't maybe gone food shopping in a little bit, although there is a piece of produce involved. And we are going to track it on the Carb Manager app, so at the end of it we will see what this quick meal without me really planning looks like. So if you're ready to hop into that, let's go. All right, I went through my fridge and what did I have? I had a slew of eggs left over from when I was doing lots of baking and things like that. So we have some eggs. We're gonna do scrambled eggs. I also have cheese. I have this Mexican blend cheese, so that's what we're gonna use. That's what we're gonna have. We're gonna throw some of this in there. Also, I do have an onion. I'm probably only gonna use half an onion. When you're tracking your carbs, onions do count towards carbs. However, if you've been following my channel for a while, I have lots of other videos of vlogging a full day eating keto, making keto recipes and meals, different ideas, and I'm not crazy strict on produce carbs. I think produce is great for you. I think you should be eating it. So if my carbs are a little bit higher because of my produce, I personally don't worry about it all that much. But I do have half an onion, and I also had a zucchini, green squash zucchini, same thing. I'm gonna use an entire one of these. It's small, it's not big and huge, but we are gonna use that. I don't peel them or anything, I'm just gonna chop it. So I'm gonna grab my knives and be right back. I decided I want this to be really easy. I'm using one knife for everything. I also have one pan we're gonna use for everything, and I'm just going to start chopping. So what I'm gonna do is first in that pan, I'm going to chop up the onion and the zucchini. And what we're gonna do is saute it. I'm going to use olive oil, and I'm going to do olive oil, get it nice and hot, throw the zucchini and the onions in, and just kind of let them sweat, saute, get done, and then we'll take those out and we'll put the eggs back in. Okay, we are all prepped up, and the first thing that's gonna go in is our olive oil and our onion and our zucchini. I'm gonna add some salt and pepper to that as well, and we're gonna saute that up and see how it goes. I changed my mind. We are going to use coconut oil instead. I get mine from Costco, so it's huge, but I'm gonna go ahead and just take about like a teaspoon, like a small spoon, and just kind of drop it right in, let it get hot. And I will saute the onions and the zucchini in that. Okay, a different and new angle. We are gonna be cooking. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn on our pan. I have it on medium heat. I'm gonna go into the coconut oil, and again, kind of maybe a tablespoon. I think it's a little bit less than that really. And we're just gonna let that melt a little bit. So as we're doing that, I'm gonna get a wooden spoon, which are always my favorites. And we're just gonna kind of let that go for a little while. I usually find myself not buying zucchini unless I'm actually really planning on using it. I'm gonna put the onion in. Okay, I have it on. It's on medium heat, but this is a new oven stove, so it gets very hot very quickly. Throwing these in, it'll cool down in a minute. And I am gonna put in some salt and pepper. I'm using sea salt, and I'm gonna use black crushed pepper. Salt is going in. And we're going to stir that up. We're going to let those cook down a little bit now. And remember, we're going to use the same pan for the eggs. So that coconut oil really does last a while. It doesn't kind of really burn off the way that butter or even olive oil would. When these are done, we're gonna just pop them on a plate, and I think they will stay hot enough while we make our eggs. The eggs take probably 2 minutes to make. So how is keto low carb going for you? Are you strict keto right now, or are you just checking it out? I started strict keto, I think it was almost 2 years ago at this point, and I did it very, very, very strict for about 8 months, and I felt wonderful. I lost a bunch of weight, and I actually went through times where in those 8 months, I think I had one cheat weekend. I think it was my anniversary weekend, and I actually hated the feeling that carbs had on me again, and I was kind of saying like, wow, this is affecting my body in such a negative way. But I was strict for about 8 months. At the end of that 8 months, I lost a lot of weight. I actually decided at that point that the amount of weight that I had lost was too much for me. I needed to add a little bit back on. So I did go off of keto for a little while, gained a little of the weight back, and then really just worked on maintaining, which is where I have been since then. I've been just working on maintaining. So I'm not strict keto all the time at all anymore. So if you see me, there are definitely times where I'm having a mozzarella stick or pancakes or things like that. But trying to understand how I was eating before keto, what changes I made during keto, and what worked for me and what didn't. So that has really helped me. I do go through times where, like right now, I'm very excited to just eat this and the scrambled eggs because I know how I've been feeling lately, and I know that I need some real food and not have any heavy breads or flours or carbs with it. These are looking like they're almost about done. I'm probably going to keep going for a little bit. I still have the heat on medium. The coconut oil hasn't completely burned off, so I don't know how much more we really will need to add. I like my zucchini kind of like brown. I like it brown, so you decide when your stuff is done. What is your favorite thing to do with zucchini? I have to say that I really enjoy zucchini noodles. The only thing with the zucchini noodles is that you have to put paper towels on them to soak out the moisture from the noodle before you cook it. Okay, these are getting nice and brown. These are done. I'm gonna turn the heat off. And we're gonna plate these right on our plate, and we're gonna pop our eggs in. I'm gonna add a tiny little bit of coconut oil and let the heat go down a little bit so that we don't burn our egg. The tiniest little bit compared to what we used last time. The pan's already hot. It's gonna start melting right away as it is. If you could smell my kitchen right now with the coconut oil and the salt, pepper, zucchini, onions, oh my gosh, so good. Do you guys remember the movie Julia and Julia? It was a great movie, but I actually went out after that movie and bought the Art of Cooking books by Julia Child, and one of the things that it says in there for scrambled eggs is that it's the easiest thing to overdo scrambled eggs. So you want to always keep stirring them once they're in the pan, and you also want to pull them off the pan before they look done, because by the time that you actually go to eat them, they continue to cook and they'll be overdone. So as soon as those eggs are in right now, I'm just going to stir. I already added the cheese. Some people add milk to their eggs. You could actually, you wouldn't want to add whole milk, but you could add some heavy cream, and I think that that would work too. I'm using Julia's tip. We're going to pull them off before they look done. And there is cheese in here, so look, done. They are going to even look less done than normal. And now we will plate our eggs. We have officially made our quick keto lunch, breakfast, dinner, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to try the eggs with that coconut oil. Really good. I can actually taste a little hint of the coconut oil, and I love it. Same thing with the zucchini. Let's try. Super yummy. I'm going to go ahead and eat this, and I'm going to calculate all the carbs in the Carb Manager app and all the macros, and I'll get back to you. All right, Carb Manager is all done. I put in, just so you know, I put in a 1/4 cup of onion. I put in a cup of zucchini, although I think it's less than that. I put in 2 eggs. I put in 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. And I put in 2 tablespoons of that Mexican cheese blend. So here is where we are at right now. Percentage wise, 79% fat, 15% protein, 6% net carbs. I think that basically nailed it, especially for such a last minute meal. If you've never used the Carb Manager app before and you want to know how to do it, I will go ahead and link my tutorial down below in the description box because it's super in-depth and thousands of people have watched it and they really found it helpful, so you probably will too. I also have lots of playlists and videos about keto recipes, full day of eating keto, even when you have to go out to a restaurant or when you have to go to Smashburger or things like that. So you will definitely find that interesting. That will also be linked below. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, would you go ahead and hit the like button? If you're gonna try this, hit the like button. If you just enjoyed being entertained for like a couple minutes, hit the like button. And also don't forget to subscribe because I would love to stay in touch with you and have you be the first ones to find out when new content gets launched on the channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time.